Hi, everyone. My name is Celia Hamilton. I'm the Strategic Planning Manager for the Social Biz User Group. Thanks for listening to this interview. Today I'm talking to Chris Miller, and Chris does a lot. He is the director responsible for the overall direction of the collaboration practice at ConnectED. He's also the founder of Spike Studios, which hosts several blogs and podcasts, videocasts, and webcasts on everything from ICS technologies to social networking. Chris has also been an IBM champion for ICS every year since the program was launched in 2011, and he's the author for our Admin Edition newsletter. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining.
I'm still trying to keep up with everything I do. I didn't know I did all that.
And that's not everything, so.
Yes. There's more. We'll just keep going. No,
that's really just the whole interview, just what you do.
No time for all that.
ConnectED is just around the corner, and you're going to be presenting 2 sessions. Can you give me a quick description of both of them?
Both of them are going to be pretty good. One of them I am honored to co-present for the first time ever on stage, myself and Wes Morgan of IBM.
Nice.
Well, yeah, which in itself will be an interesting feat because we were planning on this being a jumpstart, but they're doing hour sessions this year instead of 2 hour. So this one will be same time do's and don'ts. It'll be a fast-firing coverage of a lot of do's and don'ts in terms of deploying same-time networks. So you're going to get it from both ends, me being the hosted deployment architecture side, and then Wes being the behind the scenes and doing this forever. And he has probably one of the biggest same-time sessions that run at ConnectED all the time. So we're going to combine the two together. So that's the first one. And the second one is considerations for the cloud, and this is more unique. We're going to talk about networks, we're going to talk about firewalls, we're going to talk about deployment, but I think it's the first time anyone's seen it, is we're going to talk about bandwidth, meaning what numbers you could expect to see based upon sizes of customers and what we already have. So I'm showing everything from small customers all the way up through large scale, traveler to same time to migrations, but to see what bandwidth you'll actually use when you move to the cloud is a big part of that session.
That sounds really useful, especially for that cloud, really useful information for bandwidth, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big part that's missing, I found, for a lot of the sessions that we talk about the cloud. We don't talk about bandwidth, with saturation and networks and dependencies. So we're going to talk about that as probably a good, third of that session. Probably.
Oh, great. Can you share a tip from your same-time session? Is there some really common mistake that people make with their same-time deployment that could be easily resolved?
Instead of easily resolved, it's more deployment planning. We're not going to get too deep into planning only because of the time we have. We want to talk a lot of tech side of it. But one of the biggest areas we find, and Wes too, is networks and firewall and planning. Where you're going to put the components you're going to run. Are you going to run audio and video for the outside world? You're going to have it internally only. How do I connect my external users, the mobile devices that want to do the new click-to-call features? There's a whole architecture piece that goes into it. So that's probably the most common mistake is we just deploy and we don't look at the long-term strategy, and that's where it gets you later on. So you go 8 months down the road and you figure out this is the best thing ever. Oh, what do you mean I have too many pieces that are on the wrong side of my network? So that's probably the biggest tip that we're going to throw out there, but we're going to show you technically where things should be.
Great. So ConnectED is a bit different this year than what Connect was in January. So what are you most looking forward to with ConnectED?
This is going to be a big change, hopefully. We're losing a lot of the marketing from it.
Yeah.
So everyone should come with a tech focus in their mind. Gone is going to be so much about, the IBM, the marketing this, we're going to start that, and it's going to be how you do things. Looking at the tracks, looking at the sessions, there's still a few edgy ones of kind of future stuff. I guess you have to have that. But it's going to be a smaller, more compact conference. It's going to be great because, the size before was 2 hotels, hugely spread, and everyone was everywhere. Now you're all together, you're in one big place, you're going to see everyone around you is pretty much technical. So there should be really good discussions at breaks and lunch and everywhere else because everyone does what you do. There's not going to be a blend of HR, marketing, executives, and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to that too. Being able to find everyone that you need all in one little spot. I'm looking forward to it.
And everyone has a common goal with this one too. It's not we don't have 8 different areas of people that are all trying to be met at the same time, which should change. Another big thing should change, and I don't know this. This is just my guessing and conjecture, that the keynote hopefully will be a little more technical because you're presenting, instead of sending off marketing and CIOs and press,
Right.
It's now tech people and probably press, but you should be seeing more technical, I hope, opening keynote.
Yeah, hopefully the demos are right up front, too, like everyone always wants.
When they start screaming Ron for Ron Sebastian.
Right.
You know it's time. But, yeah, no, hopefully they're a lot more technical, and not just this is what you could do, but show us cool stuff and what's going on now.
Right, exactly. Well, cool. Those are my questions. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to answer them. I really appreciate it.
I'm glad to be here this morning. And like I said, track me down there. I know my first session with Wes is Sunday, only because it's in that track. I do not know when my other one is, but I'm going to be around everywhere at the conference, so feel free to grab me as usual.
Great. And for our listeners, please check out socialbizug.org. We're a community for administrators and developers using IBM's collaboration solutions like Notes, Domino, Connections, and XPages. Membership and everything on the site are completely free, so make sure to register so you don't miss anything. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter @SocialBizUserGroup.